I just had this image in prayer a few years back of me walking out of this desert of porn and masturbation, and where that's left me so desolate and in despair, and that the Lord was actually helping me walk out of that. And then I saw just a line of women from Magdala holding hands and walking out of the desert together. That Magdala actually was just a way, like, for the women who are lost in the desert and who don't know where to go, and like the sand clouds are all over the place. Another woman who does know where she's going and does know the direction to freedom can grab onto that woman's hand and actually just help lead out of the desert together. So just this beautiful image from the Lord of these women walking towards freedom together out of the desert. When I was growing up was in the era of when computers were just becoming a thing and the computer had its own room. So whenever me and my brother would get home from something, it would be a fight to the death of who could get the computer first. You play like Diner Dash on there. I'm on Billboard's top 100 music videos. My first exposure to pornography was probably just a random spam video of a woman dressed in not so many clothes moving in a way I wasn't familiar with. It was a very vague memory, but it definitely stuck with me. And I remember that as I moved through middle school. So me and my friends got very into fan fiction, and very quickly that led to a rabbit hole of more lustful writings. And I don't remember much from that other than a nauseous feeling in my stomach. My curiosity got the best of me, and I fell to masturbation for the first time. My friends were all doing it too. If it was ever talked about, it was in a bragging way. So I thought, oh, I must be doing something okay. This is okay. All my friends are doing it. It just didn't sit right with me, and the shame started to really seep in. It got to a point where I felt like when I fell, I couldn't even touch my Bible. I couldn't talk to God because I was so disgusted with myself, and I felt all alone in it because the only people that talked about it seemed to think that it was okay and actually a good thing. And I started looking up questions of how do I stop, or is this good for me, and trying to figure out the truth there. There were so many health articles that said that it was good for you. There were no resources for women whatsoever, and I still just felt so alone. It led to me finally admitting on the floor of a dance studio to my best friend that I was struggling with porn and masturbation. It was so freeing, and it felt like a weight was lifted off, because that friend received me so well, with so much love. There was no judgment in her eyes, and there also wasn't a, hey, that's okay, I do that too, and it's cool, and it's good for you actually. 2 days later, we had a testimony night at our women's ministry, and I got to admit again in front of 5 or 6 women that I struggled with this. Only a few months later, I was helping lead a retreat, and I got to tell like 30 people that I struggled with this, and it kind of just kept escalating. I got to have these conversations with people and just see how much of a problem it is, but also that I wasn't alone and that there were people there willing to support me. Not too long after that, I discovered Magdala, and I was so excited that there was something out there like this for women. Only a few months later, I was able to say, wow, I feel so free, I feel so poured into, and I'm ready to pour out that healing into other people. I love being a moderator because of all the different women I get to meet around the world. I had a group of international women like Poland and Austria and Brazil and England. Women who would get up in the middle of the night just for Magdala group. It was insane, and their devotion just really inspired me and blessed me. I've gotten to see so many women walk towards healing. I've seen single women, dating women, engaged women, married women all admit to a struggle and actually just let it go for the first time in front of me, in front of 5 other women. And again, in the same way that I got to be received. I get to receive other women with love and without judgment, and to see them grow so much in their healing journey. It's just really powerful to walk with women who have been in the same place that you are, and to know that you can give back in the same way that maybe another woman gave back to you. To look back and see all of the glory that He's brought throughout my life, even in the midst of this struggle, there's been so much fruit from it. I mean, finding Magdala and being able to connect with women on a deeper level, because now I get to see how the Lord's brought me out of it. He's brought me out of the desert.